Well, guys, look who's back for another episode of the Central Oregon Shenanigans.
Yeah, hi, guys.
What are we doing, Kyle?
We're going to see what a no-lift fitment looks like.
I love it. I'm changing oil in the 2004 Econoline van. And we got a mess here, but working on cleaning this up. We're going to be pulling the oil pan in this episode and getting the timing chain put back on in the front of the engine of the Bronco. Built back up again, and then we might turn the key and see if it'll go vroom in this episode. We'll see, though.
It's possible.
It's possible.
Hey, you know the nice thing about that choke being all fucked up?
Yeah.
We got a nice little choke cable
That's
right there.
That's for my truck mount. I'll buy another one.
Still got a nice little choke cable right over there.
Yeah. Well, that one don't have a bracket, so I'll buy one with a bracket that bolts on the bottom of the dash. So, Kyle, you put these tires and wheels on, didn't you?
Yeah, I thought I did.
I think I got... what did you do? Like, it's like... You went like...
I didn't.
150 foot-pounds there, buddy.
I don't remember. And I don't know why.
Let's see, we're gonna have a lot of offset, so I can go under the football, right? I can go under the football.
Yeah.
It's gonna be out here.
Well, yeah, you should be fine. Is this thing in park?
Yeah. I'm like, you're dumbass.
Hey, I rednecked that back together.
Think that's tall enough?
That'll be close. Let me
Okay.
get the... I'll swap you here.
I can't find... I don't know what I'm looking for, to be honest with you. Yeah, there is pad there, though.
Yeah.
Somebody has just done a couple brake jobs without doing right. We're going to go ahead and buy new parts for the front of this.
Yeah.
As we all like working on this Bronco, apparently. Da-da-da. Jesus. Oh, yeah. Getting excited here. Of course. Stand right here, Kyle.
Okay.
Okay, before it looked, you know, with the fenders, flares, and those steps, it looked horrible. Now how does it look?
It looks a lot better.
I almost want to keep the step and the fender flares. It actually looks good. I'm digging the flares. No?
No.
Why?
Well, primarily because when we take these flares off, we're going to have to put them on the other fenders.
Yeah. You don't like the flare?
No.
I'm digging the... Guys, drop it in the comments below. The voting starts now.
Keep them or get rid of them.
I want to know what everybody thinks about the flares and now the step, because... Pull that tire away. That step actually looks good with this setup. I don't know why. Before it was like ugly. I'm like, oh, these gotta go. But now look at it. It just, the wheel and tire combination changed the whole look of it.
I still don't like it. I mean, I like the wheel and tire.
That looks mean.
This thing's gonna look fucking pretty.
Oh yeah.
When it gets painted.
Well, I'm gonna tape the insides off, guys. I'm gonna pull all these bolts out, and John Fox and I are gonna give him shit because we got to get him over here. So I'm gonna take all these bolts off. I'm gonna tape the inside of the wheel, and we're gonna spray the ring here purple to match the purple paint job on this, and the two-tone white pearl. Oh, it's gonna pop. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Once it gets done.
I'll take it out in the snow.
All right. So they fit.
I don't think you could turn much.
No. The ass end definitely looks a little better, clearance-wise.
I think somebody threw an add leaf in there.
It does have an add leaf. You guys can kind of see it back there at the bottom. But I like the way it works. I like the way it looks at the moment.
I'm digging the steps if they weren't so screwed up.
Well,
they're not coming off yet.
No.
I'm gonna lift it and then we'll look at it.
We'll judge.
We'll judge. But I mean, these aren't bad shape.
No, they're not. Well, what do you think?
I think that at first the tires were like, eh, but now that they're here, I like these tires. What do you think?
I think they look good.
The wheel selection, I did have a tuber comment that This might trap moisture and rust them out. This ain't a daily, so after I'm done, if I go up in the snow and get some moisture in here, I'll make sure to come back and towel that out. We have a dry climate around here.
Yeah.
We don't have any salt.
I think
So
the only time that
if you're in a salt belt area, I wouldn't recommend these rims. So there's nowhere to drain. It's a solid.
It's a solid welded piece. Yeah.
So there's another company that makes these rims. My first Bronco, I had the same rims, but it was from a different company. It was like Redline or.
I can't remember which ones they were. But you could actually take the bead off.
Yeah, and there was a gap.
Yeah.
Only 4 of these bolts held the ring on.
Yeah. The rest of them were for
yeah, and there was
aesthetics.
a little gap that they could drain out.
Yep.
Actually, like this, these are the Pro Comp, right? Yeah, Pro Comp?
Yeah.
Yeah, Pro Comp wheels. I like these better. And I definitely didn't go with the deep dish last go around. And I am really digging that deep dish.
We did this time. It looks good.
It's not as offset on the front as I wanted, though. And
well,
Kyle and I were looking at this.
We might
throw some wheel spacers on here from Supreme Suspensions if they make them.
Yeah, we'll have to get a hold of them and see.
We need to call them anyway. So.
Yeah, we can definitely check it out.
But enough teasing you guys with this thing. I'm going to get back to work. Not tonight, but on this episode. We're going to go ahead and finish up this engine and get it running. So I'll catch you on the next day.
Yeah. Hopefully I make it over here too. I don't know. We'll see what my work schedule looks like. But it should be fun. I'm going to be excited when this thing runs though.
I think it's going to run good.
I think it is too.
Alright guys, different day, different dollar. We are draining the oil out of the old girl. And I'm going to be pulling that pan down here very shortly, here in the next couple hours. Be working on getting that pan down. As soon as that pan's down, we'll take a break, go up top side, and we'll get our timing chain cover in the front of this engine built. Then we'll go back down, slap the pan on, put some oil on her, put some plugs and wires on here, turn the key, and see if she'll light up, which I don't see why it won't. I've done everything by the book. I have a really good feeling. I did not rush anything, so we should be good to go. I'm not feeling too stressed about this at all, so I'm catch you here after I get the pan down. How about that? Alrighty guys, we got the pan dropped down. There is some sludge down in there. Maybe that's a good thing that we're pulling the pan. So we'll clean the screen, put that pan back on, but for now we're gonna switch gears, go back topside, and let's get this. I'm gonna get the whole topside engine built first, and then we'll go back down, put the pan on last. Yeah, and then bump the key and see if she'll go vroom. Kyle will be over later when he gets off work, so he's gonna help me because we've got to get this thing done for a Saturday night update so we can film in here. It's gonna be kind of hard to film right there when the Bronco's right here, so got to get her moving. And also put the other 235s on here so when we get it out in the daylight we can see what it really looks like. Alrighty, timing chain covers on, cleaned up, ready for water pump. I laid the old water pump over here, guys, with all the bolts where they go, because these are all different sized bolts. 10 freaking bolts to hold that water pump on. So I left it, I knew that, so I left it over here with where they go. So what I'm going to do is go grab the new pump, which is right here, some other goodies, and we're going to go ahead and put, why do I have 2 water pump gas? I got that gasket too. I gotta figure out why there's 2 gaskets here. I don't know why. There should only be 1 gasket. Alright guys, I'm gonna figure out why there's 2 gaskets here. Read those instructions, and I'll fire up the camera when I get at least 1 or 2 bolts started in the block. Alrighty guys, we've got the front of the engine. The pump, water pump, the alternator, and the power steering pump are back on. Engine bay is starting to take up some room here. I gotta call it quits for the time being. Gotta go pick up my son from school, go pick up Uncle Kyle, and then come back, and then we're going to pull the pan down the rest of the way, clean it up, clean out the pan, clean the screen, and put the new gasket on, fill it with oil, and get this sucker running today. Yep, I'm digging the new water pump on all the old parts. It's the only thing that looks new. So we'll catch you here in a few hours when we get back, and we'll get back to work on the 351M.
Alright guys, James has kind of caught me up with what he's doing. I'm going to pull the pan, and yeah, we'll get to cleaning this thing. Look at all that
Nice.
lovely sludge. This is gonna suck. I don't know if you guys can see. This whole oil screen is just packed with shit. And this gasket is literally just flaking off of there. So we're gonna spray this up. I'll see if I can prop you up at an angle where you're not gonna get shit in your face.
Alrighty, can't see much topside because Kyle's got my light, but
Shut the fuck up!
why?
Yeah.
But got the whole front of the engine built. I don't know if you can see anything, but this guy down here stealing all the tools and stuff.
I'm gonna throw this fucking razor blade at you.
Yeah, wouldn't be the first time. Alright guys, everything's together. We're hoping. And we're just getting ready to go get a battery out of the Dodge and see if this old girl will fire. Catch you in a second. Clear. Well, Kyle's heading home, and we can't get this to start. We have a weird issue going on where when we're cranking the engine over, we don't have spark. But when you let off the key or you let off the solenoid, you get a spark for just a split second, and the engine does jump. It did want to fire. It actually almost fired a couple times. But while we're cranking it over with the key on, I don't know what's going on. We didn't disconnect any of this. I took the distributor out and laid it over there. The only thing I disconnected was, you know, I pulled this guy and unplugged that guy. Yeah, so we're gonna call it a night. I'm gonna call this video a wrap. Anybody out, the reason I'm calling it a wrap is I want to know what you guys think. Drop in the comments below. Give this video a big thumbs up. Comment down below. Subscribe if you have not already. And if you guys have any suggestions of what I might have bumped, or anybody out there that's had a 70s Ford do this, I remember a long time ago I had a 77 that I did some work on it, and I was cranking it over and you'd let go of the starter and it'd try to fire up. I don't know what I did. We pulled the spark plug, one of the wires out, and we were getting spark when we were letting the key out from cranking over. So guys, thanks for watching. I'm curious to see what you guys have to say about this. So we will catch you next time on Central Oregon Shenanigans, and we'll see you for Saturday Night Update.